The recent unveiling of the Presidential Walk of Fame at the White House has sparked significant controversy, not for its grand-scale presentation, but for a pointed and unprecedented break from historical tradition. The installation, a series of gold-framed portraits of all U.S. presidents, notably replaces Joe Biden's portrait with a photo of an Autopen signing his name. This act, while seemingly a minor aesthetic choice, carries significant political symbolism and has ignited a broader discussion about presidential norms, political polarization, and the very nature of presidential power. The decision to use an Autopen image in place of a presidential portrait is a direct and public extension of a long-standing line of attack against Joe Biden's mental acuity and his authority while in office. This is not merely a piece of decorative art. It is a political statement designed to delegitimize the predecessor. Former President Donald Trump and his allies have repeatedly alleged that Biden's aides were using the Autopen to sign documents without his full knowledge, a claim that is without evidence and has been widely debunked. This display takes that unsubstantiated claim and enshrines it in a prominent space within the White House, visible to the public, world leaders, and the media. It uses a historical and ceremonial display, one typically used to honor the office of the presidency itself, as a venue for partisan political commentary. The consequences of this action are multifaceted. On one level, it represents a further erosion of the traditional decorum and respect accorded to the office of the presidency, regardless of who holds it. The precedent of a new administration publicly mocking a predecessor in this manner is a stark departure from established norms, which have historically sought to present a united front of national leadership. This act of walking of shade also serves to fuel an already deeply polarized political environment. It solidifies the idea among supporters that a rival administration is not just an opponent, but an illegitimate force to be ridiculed. Furthermore, the display brings renewed public attention to the use of Autopens in the presidency. While the practice has been used by presidents from both parties for decades to sign routine correspondence, at times even official documents, the controversy surrounding its use by the Biden administration has been magnified by political rhetoric. As a result, a Republican-led House committee has been prompted to investigate its use. Legal scholars, however, have largely stated that the Constitution does not require a handwritten signature for a document to be valid, and that an Autopen signature, if authorized by the President, holds the same legal weight. The debate, therefore, is not primarily a legal one, but a political one, rooted in questions of trust and authority. Looking ahead, the long-term implications of this decision remain to be seen. It is highly likely that the display is not a permanent fixture and will be removed or altered by a future administration. However, the symbolic damage is done. It sets a new and concerning precedent for how future presidents may treat their predecessors, potentially turning historical displays into revolving doors of political grievance. The immediate solution lies in a return to a more civil discourse and a renewed commitment to historical norms. The role of institutions, like the White House Historical Association, and curators becomes even more crucial in preserving the integrity of presidential history and resisting its use for fleeting political jabs. Ultimately, the durability of these traditions depends on whether the American public and its leaders choose to prioritize them over short-term partisan victories. This incident, while a minor footnote in the grand scheme of governance, is a powerful indicator of the current state of American political norms and the challenges facing efforts to restore civility.